A very good morning to all my dear students. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and you all are staying fit at your home and you all are taking your academics very sincerely, right? And you all should be doing all the work that is being given to you and you should try to understand the concepts, right? Okay, I know that all my students are very much attentive and they will be following all the instructions. As you all know, I'm your English teacher, Miss Priyanka, and obviously what we are going to learn? We are going to learn English. But what we are going to learn today? We are going to revise the concept which we have already done. So students, which chapter we were doing? We were doing chapter number 7, determiners. Is there this chapter is there in your book now? Yes. So we will be again recalling all the concepts of determiners. I will be explaining you each and every concept in brief so that you all can understand the concept more nicely, right? So let us begin with the concept, and if I am saying that we will be learning about determiners, it means first we should know that what are determiners, right? So let's move towards the class and all of you will be very much attentive wherever we will be having online class. At that time I am going to raise questions, right? If you will ask your doubts, then I will also ask some of the questions so that I can understand whether you are taking studies sincerely or not, right? So let's begin the topic. So the topic for today is determiners. As you all know, let us learn the definition first. Determiners are the words used before nouns when referring to a specific or general thing to show possession or tell how much or how many. This is the definition of determiners. So basically students, determiners are basically the words that are used before nouns, that are used before nouns, and they refer to a specific or a general thing, or they show possession, or they means they are used for telling about the quantity or telling about the numbers, like how much or how many. If I am saying one marker, noun here is marker, but how many markers? One marker. So here one is a determiner, right? If we take these two examples, if I say many people came to the party, what I said? Many people came to the party, right? So here people is what? Noun, and this word is describing, this word is used before this noun, right? This word is used before this noun and it is a determiner, right? If we take this example, if I am saying please give me my book, I am not talking about any other book, I am talking about my book, right? So here this word is showing the possession. This word is showing the possession. So students, now you got it. What are determiners? Determiners are basically the words that are used before nouns and they refer to specific or a general thing. They talk about possession, they talk about the quantity, how much or how many, right? Now we will learn that how many types of determiners are there, okay? Now students, let us learn about the kinds of determiners, right? So there are so many determiners and there are different types, but first we will talk about the two types of determiners. Number one are articles. Everyone repeat after me. Articles. And students, how many type of articles are there? Yes, there are two type of articles. Number one, the indefinite articles. Indefinite articles are a and an, right? And there is one definite article, the is definite article, and as you all know that we use an with vowel sound and we use a with mostly singulars, and the like the moon, the Gita, the Prime Minister, right? So we talk about all these articles in different ways, right? So these also come under the heading of determiners, right? Is it clear? Articles are of two types: indefinite articles a and definite article the, right? Second type of article here is second type of determiners here is determiners or of quantity, or we also call them quantifiers. What do we call them? Quantifiers. It means there are some determiners which are used with countable nouns, and there are some determiners which are used with uncountable nouns. So what are such determiners? That I am going to tell you one by one, right? If we talk about much, there are two determiners in this concept, determiners of quantity, much and many, right? So much is basically used with uncountable nouns, whereas many is used with numbers. For example, if I say there is not much water left in the tank, it means I can't count that water 1, 2, 3, right? So that much, M-U-C-H, much, this much is used with uncountable nouns, whereas many, M-A-N-Y, many is used with numbers. Is it clear? Next is little, a little, the little. Little is used with almost nothing. For example, if I say he has little interest in sports, it means very little. It means almost nothing. He is not at all interested in sports, or less interest is there, right? And second is a little. A little means some. S-O-M-E, some. A little means some. Okay. For example, give me a little sugar. It means I'm asking for some sugar. Okay. Third is the little. Third is the little. That is, it means all that is. All that a person is having. For example, if I say he gave the little money to the charity, it means all the money which he was having, he gave it in the charity, right? Now, the next type of determiners of quantity or quantifiers are few, a few, the few, right? Repeat after me. Few, a few, the few. Okay? So, few is used with what? It is just the opposite of many, right? And it refers to number, means practically none, right? None. It is almost same to practically none. Few. Okay? If I say few people here are vegetarian, it means very less. Few people. Okay? If I talk about a few means some. A few means some. For example, if I say he has only a few friends, it means he is having only some friends, right? Next is the few. It means that all there is, all whatever there is, right? For example, if I say Mohan gave away the few clothes he had, it means all the clothes which he was having, he gave away all those clothes, okay? And if we talk about any and some, these are the next type of determiners of quantity, any and some. Any is used with negative sentences or questions, and some is a positive form of a few. I will give you one example of any. If I say, do you have any books? So I am raising a question, and I can give you the example of some also. S-O-M-E, some. That is, here are some books. So some is basically a positive word for a few. And all these words like much, many, little, a little, the little, few, a few, the few, some, any, all these are determiners of quantity. Okay? Now students, we will learn about the other type of determiners. These are, number one, determiners of distribution. Yes, repeat after me. Determiners of distribution. Next, demonstrative determiners. Next are demonstrative determiners. Then the next one, interrogative determiners. Pronounce after me, interrogative determiners. And the last one, possessive determiners, right? So now we have determiners of distribution. In determiners of distribution, what we are going to learn, that I will tell you. Okay? Each, every, these are the determiners which are showing what? Distribution, or either or neither. See here very carefully that in determiners of distribution we make use of determiners like each, every, either, neither. All these are determiners of distribution. If I say, I will make one sentence with each, right? Each person got his share, right? So what each denotes here? Each is used when members of a set are considered individually. The verb used is singular, right? What I said, each person got his share, right? If we talk about every, so where every is used? Every is used when a large but indefinite number of people or things are considered individually. For example, if I say, every man does their duty, right? So here, every is the determiner of distribution. And then we have either and neither. What we have? Either and neither. Either is used for one or two or each of two. If I say, you can pick up either of the boxes. Either means one. You have to choose one. You can choose either marker or duster. So you have to choose only one. Okay, only one you have to choose. If we say neither, it means none, right? For it is the opposite of either, you can say. If I say the example, it is, he belongs to neither the ruling party nor the opposition. It means he doesn't belong to either this or this. Means neither is basically the opposite of either. Is it clear? So these all are the words that are used in determiners of distribution. Now, next are demonstrative determiners. Demonstrative determiners. This word demonstrative comes from demonstration, right? I am pointing out something. This board, that girl, these girls, those boys, right? So when I am demonstrating something, when I am pointing out something, at that time I will be making use of demonstrative determiners. And what are the words that come in this? The words are this for singular, that again for singular, then these, and then we have those. All these are the words that are used in demonstrative determiners. Now, if we talk about interrogative determiners, students, what is the meaning of this word interrogative? Yes, you all know this word very well. Wherever you hear this word interrogative, you understand that we are talking about questions. We are talking about questions. And you all know that what are the words which can be used here? Yes, there are words like what, which, whose. All these are the words that come in this category of interrogative determiners, right? If I say, what time will we reach? So we are asking question. Whose book is this? We are asking question, right? So all these will come under the heading of interrogative determiners. The last one, possessive determiners. As you understand this very well, the word possessive comes from possession. It comes from possession. It will tell you about the belonging. And what are the examples? Examples are my, your, her, his, dear. All these are the examples of possessive determiners, right? All these are the examples of possessive determiners when we talk about the belonging or possession. If I say, this is my duster, so my here is showing the possession, that this duster belongs to me, right? This is my watch. My is showing the possession, right? This board is theirs, right? So theirs is showing the possession, right? So all these words come under the heading of possessive determiners. I hope now the concept of possessive determiners is clear with you all. Is it clear with you all? Yes, it is clear. And what you have to do is you have to complete all the exercises of this chapter. You have to complete all the exercises of chapter number 7 in your grammar book with the help of pencil. Okay? Now students, quickly let us fill some blanks so that I can understand whether you got the concept or not. Number 1 is, I want dash sugar. Tell me what will come in the blank. I want a little sugar. Yes. Next is, there are dash people in the garden. There are many people in the garden. Or what we can fill? There are some people in the garden, right? The next is, dash school is next to mine. So what can I fill? You tell me. Yes, your school is next to mine. Next is, dash time will they come? So it is a question. So what type of determiner do I have to fill? I have to fill the interrogative determiner. So it will be, what time will they come? Is it clear? Last one. Now this is very simple. Dash is my book. Yes, this is my book, or that is my book, right? So again, what we have used? We have made use of different type of determiners. Homework is written here that you have to complete all the exercises of chapter number 7 in your book. Thank you so much, class.